everyone, or afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome back to another video. So today we're actually going to be working on the 2 litre 8 valve race car. We haven't touched this car in a good while. I had to wait for the budget to grow a little bit before I start spending again. What I have done to the car so far is I've got the fenders, the bonnet, the rear bumper, the front bumper, the grille. Got that so far. Let me actually just walk you through the car of what I've done and what my plans are and how I did certain things. Okay, so what I have done so far is all the windows have been put in. There's like a bit of dust and stuff, as you can see, but there's like a bit of overspray also on the windows, just from it standing around when spraying, and I didn't like actually see it. So that I'm just going to use some thinners and get that all off. So the cage has obviously been sprayed as well, and I'm super happy with the way that it did come out. So that's been done. Like I said, the rubbers and the windows are in. The seat is mounted. The roof's always been sprayed. I've put the dash in the car, and then I had to make my own thing that side, but I'll go show you now. Then I have black fenders on the car now. I got sponsored these by Handy Danny, and then the bumper got sponsored by Car Van Sale. And then the bonnet I went to go buy yesterday. They didn't have, like, nobody really had decent bonnets available. So to buy this one, I was bent up on both edges because I think that it flipped up and hit the roof. So these had to bend straight, and now I need to sand it down, and same with the sides and the bumper. I need to sand that all down in order to get it prepped for paint, because obviously we want to spray the same color as the car. Then I've also done the bonnet clips. These are just obviously the clips that you click and it pops out. But they're not on like properly because I still need to do the rears, because I have to run a clip on the back, the two back sides as well, because there's no hinge on the rear bonnet, the rear of the bonnet. And then same with the fender on this side. So obviously this side's been done the same. Then I've put the steering column in, my OMP wheel, my adapter at the back that I was sponsored by Chase Herald. So I've got that in the car. Then for the dash, did the whole dash myself. So what I did was, because I have none of the cluster stuff that was there, I've made like a cardboard cutout behind it, and then in front of it it's a metal plate. And then over here I have my rev counter, over here I have my oil pressure gauge, and over here I have my water temp. And then I've got two switches that I run here. One will be for lights, and then one will be for the other one. I know that I need it for something, but I can't remember right now off the top of my head. So I've done it like that. It don't look like that. And then obviously this is the steering wheel, like I said. Then it matches the seat, OMP. And then, yeah, like I said, the seat's mounted fast in the car. So I put the dash and that stuff in. So this is kind of the update for the car at this point in time. Like the pedals and stuff are in. The wiring loom I have put in the car, but it needs a full rewire. And obviously, as you can see, the car is very dirty from getting in and out of it. But the car needs a full rewire, so I'm obviously gonna have to get that done. So as you guys can see, I have done a pretty fair amount of work. I didn't want to record it because I didn't want to bore you guys on YouTube either, so I rather just did it in silence. Didn't film any of it. Maybe I should have, looking back at it now, but that's why I picked up the camera again, because now I've got the fenders, because initially I didn't have the fenders, the front bumper, rear bumper, or bonnet, so I kind of had like a shawl with the doors. Now I'm going to show you guys the rest of the process. In this week coming, which will be in this video, I'll be getting the block that I need, because I'm not going to run the 2E block anymore. I'm running, because in the class that we're racing in, you have to have a 1800 8 valve. So unfortunately I can't run the 2 litre 8 valve motor. I run the 2 litre 8 valve head, but I need to run the 1800 crank. So one of the guys have a full bottom end with a baffled sump, 1800 crank, oil pump, like everything sorted already for sale. So I'm rather just going to buy that, sort that motor out. What I heard was it ran a bearing, so the crank will have to be crack tested and cut again, probably hopefully like 20 thou, not too much, and then yeah, the motor can get going. So what is up, you guys? So it's the second day working on this car now. I just gave a little update the previous day, and I actually went to a rally this weekend that I was invited to, and that video should be live already, or is going live. I think it is already live though. I'm just not sure when I am posting this. And so yeah, but for today's plan of action, we're gonna take the fenders, the bumpers, and the bonnet off. We're gonna sand it down. So the issue that we're having now is that I don't have a lot of my color coded paint left, but my brother he has a lot of his white paint left, but obviously they're 2 different shades of white. So what I'm going to do is all the black fenders and like all the initial stuff, I'm going to spray with his white to cover up, so that I don't have to do so much covering of with my color white. So I'm just do all the paint work with his, and then just flash one coat of my color just to get the same on the outside. So that's going to be the plan of action. If that doesn't work, we're going to put a tad of baby blue in it, because my thing's got a bit of an off-white tint of blue in it. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to sand everything down with 400 water paper, and then yeah, we're going to see how we can fix the bonnet as well. So let's get into that. See, so over here I have the block and I have 400 water paper. So now I have the block and the 400 water paper on. Pour a little bit of water onto it, onto like wherever you're going to do it, and then you just literally start sanding. I've already done this section over here. It's pretty smooth. You can see all the high spots, but there's obviously a lot of dents and stuff. I'm not going to worry too much about that because it is a race car, but also it must look neat. That's why I'm just going to sand it down a bit, just to get it at least semi flat. So yeah. As you guys can see, the whole bonnet is flattened down. You can see there's some dents, like chips that are in here. At least all now, these cracks and stuff are all smoothened out, which is a good thing. You can see there's like small little chips here, and then over here you can see how badly it was actually dented. But I flattened it like to my best of my ability. I'm not going to body fill and stuff like that. Not on the bonnet, because the bonnet I know is getting wrapped definitely, so I'm not too perturbed about that. But at least now it's smooth and ready for paint. So now just dry up. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it like as is. I'm not going to do any body filler work on this bonnet. So now with the fenders of the car, they are already sprayed black, gloss black, and it has already been done. So this I just need to roughen up with the 400 paper, just so that the paint does stick to it. So the fenders won't be that long. The front bumper I have to flat down properly, and the rear, because the rear is black and full of grease and stuff. So you guys can see better in the sun. This is all grease. So yeah, this bumper is super dirty. So got a lot of sanding to do with this, but it's fine because I want to get this car done. So I've just finished sanding down everything now. The front bumper, rear bumper, bonnet, and both front fenders are sanded now. They're obviously not sanded down to bare metal, they're just sanded to the point where it's rough, that the paint will take on it. I'll show you guys what everything is looking like currently. So these are what the front fenders are currently looking like. Obviously it's just busy drying at the moment. There's a few shiny spots which are not meant to be there if you spray, but I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go too rough with the stuff. So as you can see, that's done. The front bumper has also been sanded. Still looks quite shiny, but it has actually been sanded, so that's good. The rear bumper we've obviously sanded, well, I've sanded quite a bit. As you can see, I've taken down a lot, and it was black this whole section. So that's done. The bonnet is also done. So yeah, pretty much everything's done. These are obviously where the bonnet clips go. So that's all done. Then there's small little holes here like this thing that I should fill, but I'm not going to because the bonnet is getting wrapped, so I'm just going to paint it as is. I have tried to straighten the rears as much as possible, but yeah, that's the best it's going to get to. So yeah, that's kind of what everything is looking like at the moment. The fenders, the bonnet, bumpers. So tomorrow's another day. It's a bit windy as you can see at the moment, but yeah, tomorrow's another day, and we're going to spray a coat of my brother's color code white, and then we're going to flash with my color code white because we don't have a lot of it left. So yeah, we'll look forward to tomorrow's video. Then I also fetched my sub with a baffled sump, pistons, and then Louis also just brought a crank, 1800 crank to me, because in the class we can't run the 2-litre cranks. So I just got a whole bottom end, so I'm just going to take the head off of the 2-litre A12 now, and then we can get the motor and stuff going. So I'm just going to show you what I actually have at the moment. So this is my baffled sump. If you guys don't know what a baffled sump is, so when you're going through corners, it's got like little doors here, right, on each side. So when you go through a corner, it will block the channel on the one side and keep the oil by the pickup, and then open it on the other side. You understand what I'm saying? So all of it, and then it gets blocked in the center, and the same, so that it will open this side and it will block this side. So the oil will also always stay where the pickup is. So that's good. Then I've got a splash plate as well, which prevents drag on the crank from the oil actually splashing up onto the crank. Then I've got my 4 pistons, my 1800 sub, the oil pump and the water pump. So those are all here, and then the crank is here, and then I'm going to take the head off the 2 litre F valve now. So as you can see in here, the head bolts go here. They are multi-spline along the front and along the rear. I just loosen up the cam a bit because we actually changed the cam, so the cam is loose. So we're just going to loosen that, pull the head off, and then we're ready to go. So yeah, we have everything. We have the head. This is still a standard cam. We're going to get a different cam. Not going to say which one it is just yet. But here's the sub, the crank's in there, rest of the stuff there, piston, rods, baffle, something like I said, the water pump and the head. So you basically got a full motor. What is up, you guys? So it's the next day. I'm about to start spraying this stuff now. I've got a single light up there, I've got a lot of natural lights coming through. I'll just cover up the race car, but as you can see, everything is ready to be sprayed. Everything's on its like homemade benches, you could say, on chairs and benches and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna spray everything today. Like I said, we're gonna first spray everything with my brother's color code white, which is darker than the white I have, and then the last bit, because I have very minimal white left of my coat, I'm just gonna spray a final coat so it comes through a bit the same, if you could say. But I'm gonna try at least get the fenders and or at least just the fenders the same color as the car, because the bumpers I know are gonna get bumped up and the bonnet I know is gonna get wrapped. So yeah, that's the plan of action for today, so let's get into it. So I've just finished spraying the bumper and everything. As you can see behind me, everything's actually just drying in the sun. The fenders came out absolutely insane. Like, it doesn't even need a polish, but obviously I'm going to polish it. The fenders came out very good. The bonnet not so good. It's not bad. It's just there was, from when I bought it, there was a lot of imperfections and stuff, but it's fine because it is getting wrapped. So the bonnet is the only thing that I wasn't worried about. The front bumper came out insane, and then the rear bumper had a little bit of a reaction on the side. Obviously I missed a spot of sanding, but luckily the bumpers are also getting wrapped. But it's just having like a line of wrap, so it's going to cover up the imperfections. But I am super happy with how the fenders and the front bumper came out. Like, it's, if I could say it was professional work, then I'd believe myself. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like at the moment. So I don't know what other way to show you that this fender is like super glossy, and that it came out so insane, other than like just showing it to you. The front bumper came out insane as well, and this fender, I don't know if you can see, but like, oh, it's so perfectly glossy. So I am super happy with the way the stuff came out. The reaction I was talking about on the rear bumpers over here, I don't know if you can see, it's like you know, like a bad reaction, not because the paint was too heavy, but because like over here the first coat already had a bad reaction, but the rest of it's fine. So yeah, it's just that section. And then yeah, the bonnet is a different color completely. That's so this is my original paint, which is like got a tone of blue to it, and then this is my brother's one, so you can see it's a bit darker with like a red to it. So it's fine that it is this color because it is getting wrapped, but as you can see, everything else, you can see the two different colors between the two. So yeah, this is getting wrapped and the rest is all going to be the same color as the car. So super happy about that. Now that everything is sprayed, it's going to dry in the sun, and then it's going to stand for like a week or so. But in the meantime, I'm going to sand down the rest of the car so that it can get polished. Louis from Dope Details is going to polish the whole car. So I'm just going to show you some before and afters at the moment. I'm just going to show you what the paint looks like with all the orange peel, and then once Louis is done his polishing, then that'll all be sorted. Good morning, guys. So it's the next day. Louis came through yesterday. Louis from Dope Detailers came through yesterday, and he did a little part on the car to bring up the glass and stuff. And my fault is that I didn't sand down the car enough, so there's still quite a bit of orange peel, because I didn't make sure the pressure on the gun was right when I was spraying. So him and I are both now going to sand down another layer of paint to get the orange peel away, and then he's going to bring up the glass throughout the day. So I just want to show you, this is what he did yesterday. If you look closely, you can see it's super smooth and stuff, but underneath you can see the orange peel. I don't know if I can show you guys properly, but there's like orange peel underneath here. But you can see it looks a lot neater already with the polish, so we're gonna obviously get that done today. I cleaned all the windows and stuff yesterday as well. As you can see, everything's super clean. So yeah, we're gonna sand down the car, one more coat of sanding, and then we'll do the polishing. We're not gonna do the fenders and bumpers and bonnet today because we sprayed it yesterday, so it has to have at least a week to dry and harden properly, and then we'll get polishing with that as well. As you can see now, we've just finished flacking down the entire car. Louis did that side, I did this side. So now we can officially polish and get the gloss back. You can see it is actually like quite shiny for sanded down paint, but yeah, with the gloss it's going to be a lot better. So this is Louis from Dope Details.
How's it, guys?
So Louis is just going to explain the process that we're going to do now.
So basically we're going to start with cutting compound and sheep wool pad, and we're going to go over the whole car, make sure all the gloss and the dullnesses goes away, and then we move on to the second stage, which is the high gloss and the sealant, and then we're just gonna, third stage will be a protectant sealant that we're gonna add for the paint so it stays for a few months.
So Louis is actually from Belgium and he moved here a couple of years ago, and his dad has his own company in Belgium that also does this. So Louis got a lot of tips and a lot of things, like I think almost all his equipment is practically from Belgium, being sent in by his dad. So it's all like top end European stuff, which I'm super happy with. So Louis' prices are actually very decent. It's $750 for a 3-stage polish, which is insanely like a decent price. So if you guys need polishing, headlight restoration, like practically anything car related with cleaning wise or polishing wise, you must definitely hit up Louis from Dope Details. I'll leave everything in the description of the video, and then you can just check it out. Give him a give his page a like on Instagram, on Facebook, hit him up, whatever you need, and yeah, he'll be happy to help you. So well, let's get into doing this. So Louis just did a quick polish through here. You can see his reflection. This is just a quick polish and there's still 2 stages to go. I can't believe the difference. So you can actually see on the door the difference. You can see there, and if you go here, you can see how rough it is. And then over here you can actually see reflection. So I'm super happy with that. Flip, I can't wait for this to be done. It's so smooth. Well done, bro. Yes, it looks clean. So there you have it, guys. The car is completely done, all polished up. As you can see, it's all neatly done. Oh, I'm so happy with the work that Louis has done. I don't know where I can show you. Oh yeah, you can see it like quite decent how it is there. It's only yellow in there because I'm running a plate there, so I don't worry too much about that. But yeah, the car is done. Louis, thank you so much.
No problem, always a pleasure.
And yeah, everyone can contact you on
Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, give me a call.
Yeah. And you do mobile, eh?
Yeah, I can come out. I just need a hose pipe and some electricity. That's all I need.
Okay, perfect. So there you guys have it. The first episode back in a long time. Got the car to a pretty good state at this point. Everything's polished up. The motor and stuff's all gonna get done. So yeah, the motor situation is actually we're gonna build the motor ourselves. It's gonna be on YouTube and stuff. We're not sending it to engineers anymore. We're going to get obviously the engineering side work of things done through engineers, but we're going to build them out ourselves, so that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.